This is Hannibal from the HannibalTV.com. The city of New Albany, Indiana, is looking into a city ordinance banning extreme wrestling after a recent hardcore wrestling event caused a health scare, which we reported on last week. The city's planning committee wasn't notified of the event, and the venue has been issued a zoning violation. The father of one of the performers involved in the show said he knows for sure his son was not tested before the event. It is unknown if any of the other wrestlers were tested. One of the parents said their son laid in the back for 45 minutes before somebody finally called his mother. He had received little to no medical care and basically was just given a towel. Apparently, this kid got 40 staples and 5 internal stitches when his mother finally took him to the hospital. So this is a good warning for independent wrestlers out there. You never know who's been tested and who hasn't. It really is not worth the risk to do these hardcore matches, particularly the matches where there's barbed wire involved, where if you're thrown into the spikes, your blood is getting onto the spikes. Then if someone else is thrown onto them, your blood is basically getting into their body when their skin pierces the same spikes. We have seen All Elite Wrestling, the new company run by the Khan family, who also own the Jacksonville Jaguars, and they're about to have a show on TNT this fall, used in their pay-per-view event last weekend, barbed wire in a hardcore match. They presented one of several hardcore matches on the card. I have no doubt that the wrestlers involved in this show received testing prior to their matches. However, the unfortunate thing about a big company like this that's offering large contracts to its performers, holding these hardcore matches, it's going to make wrestlers on the indie scene being paid a little to no money for the most part, doing these matches to get noticed. WWE had a no blood policy put in place in 2008. They did have hardcore matches in years prior to that. It's unknown if their no blood policy is still in effect, as the old policy where they would stop matches if blood occurred doesn't seem to be in effect anymore, as Goldberg was opened up during his recent match with The Undertaker that was on pay-per-view, I guess, and the WWE Network, and they let the match continue on. WWE Hall of Famer Abdullah the Butcher, aka Larry Shreve, had a long history of having hepatitis C prior to when he was actually outed for having the disease in 2011. He had been wrestling on independent wrestling events while hepatitis C positive, and even infected me personally with the disease by cutting me with an unsanitary razor blade that he had cut himself with in a match. He was found guilty of negligence, assault, and battery for that action in both Canada and the U.S. So there are people out there that know they have diseases that are still wrestling and are negligent and careless.
Thank you for watching the Hannibal TV. Please like this video if you enjoyed it, and click the subscribe button to not miss any of our latest shoot interviews, match videos, or news updates. Support us on patreon.com for $1.99 a month to watch our full shoot interviews ad-free and help our channel grow. Follow us on Twitter at the Hannibal TV for instant updates.